everybody believes in the rule of law, and we hope that there will be an independent UN-led investigation.
Why wasn't there one after the last chemical attack? Why hasn't there been a single UN-led investigation since the Syrian war began 8 years ago?
We have to go forward, and we have to go forward on the basis of the facts and the basis of the evidence.
No, sure, but why?
And the sound of...
No, it's a reasonable question. You're calling for something that hasn't happened for 8 years, so why hasn't it happened?
We think it should happen. That's our position. You'd have to ask the UN, but we think.
Well, shall I tell you why it hasn't happened? Because Russia have vetoed such a call 6 times.
The Labour Party believes that there is no military solution to the situation in Syria.
That's clear, but
there's a political...
Imagine you're in office now, Dianne Abbott. Jeremy Corbyn, we know, thinks there could be an election by the end of the year. He would be Prime Minister in number 10. You would be sitting around a war cabinet table. You recommend that the UN should investigate. And officials say to you, it's a very interesting idea, Minister, but Russia has vetoed such an investigation 6 times, and they will do it again. So what now?
There has to be a political negotiation, which brings, because you're never going to solve the situation in Syria whilst Assad has the tacit support of Russia and Tehran.
So I'm asking you a specific question. If Russia vetoes what you are calling for in the Labour Party, which they have done 6 times already, what would be the reaction of a Labour government in that circumstance?
We would press on, trying to bring people to the table. We believe that more bombing is not the answer to the crisis in Syria.
But at the beginning, you see, you answered the question, should dictators pay a price for dropping chemical gas on children? Yes, you said. But you would call for something that's never happened and you've just admitted probably won't happen now.
No, I'm not.
So what price would Assad pay for dropping gas on children?
There is a response which falls short of more bombing. We believe there needs to be a coordinated international drive to achieve a ceasefire and a negotiated political settlement. That's what has to happen.
You've just heard from the leader of the Syrian opposition parties. These are the leaders recognised by the United Nations. They had talks this week at the UN. Leaders recognised in all Western capitals. He says that doesn't work. Assad has ignored all calls for talks. The Russians have ignored calls for those formal talks.
There are many elements on the ground in Syria. If we believe that there's no possibility of a political resolution, that is to give up all hope.